Welcome back to another episode of Leisure Hour Radio. As always, I'm your host, Mike Linan. Today, we have a very special guest, my friend, musician, songwriter, host of a podcast. He's talking to famous people all the time. I think he knows Barack Obama. He's having on freaking Chrissy Teigen on his podcast next week. My friend, Nick Aquilino, everyone. And we'll have him
Hey,
a clap.
bro, first of all, Chrissy Teigen wishes
Yeah.
she could
Well,
be
did
on
you
that.
see, speaking of Chrissy Teigen, did you see that picture she posted? That that thirst trap of her tits like hanging over her kid?
That's crazy.
Did you see that?
Hey, I'm gonna say it this way: Chrissy Teigen is a beautiful woman.
She is very
We'll
beautiful.
leave it at that.
Yeah, she is a smoke show. But all right, so let's get this started. So you're the host of MBL Music Basketball Life. You're interviewing all these fucking crazy people. You have all these members of the Heat coming on, and you performed at the national. You did the national anthem for the finals. So here, we'll start with that. So what did that feel like being broadcasted on the finals, being in front of LeBron, being in front of your hometown Heat?
Bro, it's so crazy. So, like, I've been I've been really feeling like life comes around in circles in a
Yeah.
whole lot of ways.
Mm-hmm.
So, I just think even LeBron facing the Heat in the finals in the NBA bubble, that was almost a blast from the past for him too. Because it was like, oh wow, speaking in a basketball sense, Mike.
Yeah.
To me, I think we've had this conversation before outside of this too. Like LeBron left Cleveland to go to Miami in order to learn how to win. You know what I'm saying?
In order to beat my hometown team, the Celtics, baby. And
Oh
that's
yeah. And you know what's funny though is like Braun going to Miami and being a part of that culture forged him into the player that he is now. And I think, and this might be a hot take, but I think Braun is better now than he was even in Miami in terms of his IQ. In terms of physical peak, Miami, bro.
well,
Like,
what do you think? You think his team was better when he was in Miami back in like what was that, like 2012 when he first went there, 2013? Or do you think
2010,
he's better off? It was 2010. Wow.
2010 to 2014.
I
Yeah.
remember it like it was yesterday too. I remember
Isn't
when he
that
made the
crazy? Like
decision.
when you go back and you watch highlights, remember even like that's when Derrick Rose was the
Oh,
man.
dude,
When we
Derrick Rose
I'll
was
never
literally.
forget. Like I think one of the first times we hung out, we watched D Rose highlights
I
together.
know, I know.
It's like,
Yeah. Well, we'll talk about how we actually first met each other. So I hate to cut up a business, any business, if you're trying to do something. But me and you, we worked for the shittiest radio station ever put together. And so anybody at home watching this, you can go check out. So me and Nick, we made a food show called El Mundo es Tuyo. The
hey,
world is
that
yours.
food show though was banging.
Dude, it was actually
Hey,
pretty good for
between you
two
and I writing, producing, filming,
editing.
setting up the appointments, and
Hmm.
getting those restaurants to actually buy into the fact that we were just like two random dudes that work for this radio
Just
station.
two
Like
white kids
no
coming in to
support
talk
from the
about Spanish
company
food.
whatsoever.
I know. I know. You know who I do miss though? Miguel.
I miss Miguel every day. He and we still talk.
Do you?
Oh my God.
I texted him not too long ago and I was like, hey, how you doing? But you remember that day? So I never assumed his wife, I never thought his wife would be a smoke show. And then because I
Tell you
messed with
what,
him.
dude, his wife is gorgeous. Hey,
I
Miguel's
know.
smooth with it, man.
I know Miguel's
He's got the
he's the
laugh.
man.
He's got the little he's got that down pat.
um yeah, so if anyone wants to check that out, it's a food show. It's not the best work we'll do, but hey, it was a start and it was our first fucking
It was, let
opportunity.
me tell you, doing that together with you taught me a lot about, the fact that it's like, hey, like these are skills that you and I didn't know we had.
I
And we were
know.
actually able to kind of realize it in the best way possible in which the budget that we were allowed. We were
What
literally
the
working with
budget
like
was
$25.
$0.
Like, yeah, like
Yeah.
literally, like our budget was a couple of Skittles, bro. Like,
Yeah. And $100 check at the end. Freaking yeah. I mean, but hey, you can't live in the past. You gotta live in the present. And
oh
that's
man,
why
hey, bro, it brought us together as friends. Like, that's
I
how.
know, yeah. So if anything came out of it, I met a great dude and fucking we're gonna keep this friendship going on forever. But here,
Hell yeah.
I want to talk about Myers Leonard. You know Myers Leonard, you're friends with him, and I have two different opinions with this. So me, you know me, I'm not really a religious Jew. I'm baptized. I'm not baptized. I had a bar mitzvah.
You're a baptized Jew? That's a new thing.
Yeah. No, I had a bar mitzvah. I'm circumcised 3 times. I'm going to get it touched up again next week. But so I'm not like a religious Jew. I don't think about it that much. And to me, the K word, it doesn't hold like any like value to it. It doesn't offend me. But then in another sense, ignorance, like because most people don't even know what the K word means. And then another part of me says, like, hey, that's like a good opportunity to put light to it and spread awareness because maybe maybe it doesn't affect me, but maybe my relatives that were in the Holocaust or that have all these like shitty things happen to them, like maybe it would affect them in a different way. So I don't know. I don't know where I stand with it. I think it was an accident because his wife is Jewish. So I don't know if he just didn't really think of it as like a crazy word because I don't. A lot of people act like it's the N word for Jewish people, but I don't know. I don't know where I sit. What do you think the team should do moving forward?
It's really interesting that you say that. So believe it or not, I talk to Myers frequently. I haven't
Yeah,
talked to him ever since the ordeal took place, but literally a couple days before we were talking and catching up and just shooting the breeze.
yeah,
And Myers is one of the greatest guys I know. And anybody that has been around him will tell you that.
yeah.
So to me, I just feel like it's look, the way I look at it is consequences should be enacted on. He should face the consequences for using that word. It's extremely insensitive. And I don't think I'd ever heard that word
That's what I'm
used
saying. It's not like a
ever.
thing you
Like
hear anymore.
literally, I heard it one time before, and honestly,
You
I
might have
didn't
heard me
realize the
say it
severity
just
of it.
like joking around.
Yes, exactly. But
Yeah,
then, you know, the way I look at it is like he was on a live stream
yeah.
and it slipped out, and it's just like when you're gaming, I have heard things said, and
Dude,
I don't game
I'll
like that.
be honest with you. When I was a kid, I used to go online and pretend I was a black guy,
Oh,
and
of course you did like that.
everyone did that and just fuck with
I think now
people.
as a society, Mike, we're becoming more aware of things and just
Yeah.
kind of just seeing like, oh wow, like this shit is offensive.
Hmm.
And for Myers, I think that was just a slip up. Like the Israeli player on the Washington Wizards, he's a rookie. I forget his name. He actually spoke out and said, Myers is a great guy. Everybody in
Hmm.
the league respects this dude. And I
Wow, what a
just,
bitch! Not sticking up for his own team. Fuck him. Send him back.
but,
That kid's actually pretty good.
but
You know, the Celtics got a kid from Israel too. Sorry, I just have to adjust my mic.
are you there?
Yeah, I just have to adjust my mic.
Oh, okay, word. I'll wait.
Yeah, I have expensive mics, but I have the cheapest microphone stands. So
Uh-huh.
so they're just falling
So
apart.
wait, where were we? Where were we, my
We were
brother?
talking about Myers Leonard
Ah,
and like
yes. So
especially like obviously you haven't heard that word. I don't hear it. It's not a common thing anymore. It used to be like a big thing back like because so back in like the 1920s, the inner city in like New York, like all like the bad like LA, like so there's a reason why Jewish people were basically everyone in the NBA back in the 1920s, back when it first started, because they were the oppressed group, they were the minority, they were the one forced into the inner city ghettos, and then eventually it started working its way out, and then Jews kind of got more adapt to like living in the suburbs, and people started like respecting them and like not really just like because especially after the Holocaust, that's when like a big movement was changed to like kind of like, hey, we're all like human, like let's start treating each other the same. But also at the same time, there was segregation going on, and there were all these Jim Crow shit that was ready to come. And I don't know, just America is a weird history, and we've taken such a leap in this past year. We've made progress that hasn't been made in 15 20 years, you know what I mean,
oh,
just in this
longer than
one
that,
year.
in my opinion. Longer than that, in my opinion. And it's
Yeah,
like, I think America, now that we're becoming aware
yeah,
in that sense of different cultures and kind of respecting cultures more than we ever have before, we're now living up to the sense that America is the melting pot of the world.
yeah,
And going back to Myers, Myers is not a racist dude, and that's what I have gripes with cancel culture. You know
yeah,
what
I
I'm
do too.
saying? Where it's like
Well,
And you
you
and I
got to give
talked about
someone a chance to freaking redeem themselves. That's what we
that.
love in life.
And I hope that Myers gets that second chance. I mean, we all know, I know Antonio Brown as well, and he got his second chance, and
I
look, it
know.
paid off his strides. He got his Super Bowl ring, and I got all the respect in the world for that. But like, I understand where the heat came from. They traded him.
They traded him?
Oh, you didn't realize? Yeah, they traded him to Oklahoma City for Trevor Ariza.
Holy,
So
they got a bad deal then. They lost out on that. Trevor's, no offense to him, you're probably gonna know him now, but he's not as good. Myers has, because he's still young, right? Myers is like 26, right?
Myers is 29, and
Oh,
what's crazy is OKC's like, yeah, no, like we're not using him. So I think they're just gonna waive him. But I just hope that Myers can bounce back and he gets that second chance because he is a good dude. And that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with it.
mm-hmm.
And he was one of the first people to believe in my podcast and hop on Music, Basketball, and Life. And even despite all that's happened, that's one of my favorite episodes because he is just somebody that's so open and so nice and so accessible. And he was a fan favorite in Miami. So I wish him the best of luck. And I just hope people give him a second chance because I haven't given up on him. I forgave him for what he
Well,
did. And
what
it's like,
happened to the redemption story we all used to love? When someone gets kicked down to the ground, they make a
that's what
mistake
I'm
and they
saying.
come back, and then we all gather around them and we celebrate the success that they overcame, that they were down here at one point and
Oh,
now they can get back up. And
that's what I'm saying. I agree with you 100%.
yeah, and like you said, Antonio Brown was a great example of that.
And there's somebody that, he was getting in his own way. And I think he realized that.
Yeah.
And the fact that all he needed was he had Tom Brady that believed in him.
Well, yeah, that's also a different type of thing.
Like, that
If
is
the
a
greatest quarterback ever
is like, no, we'll only win a Super Bowl. He's literally telling the president of the team, hey, we're gonna win a Super Bowl if you recruit this guy.
and you
And
know what
homie got a
happened?
Super Bowl touchdown. So there
I
you go.
know. I know. Which
It's crazy, bro. And like I was, AB had his moment of like, oh yeah, no, like fuck everybody that said I wasn't going to make it back. Of course you have those feelings, but at the same time, he was pretty humble about it too, where he was just like, hey, like I owe it all to Tom. And I'm just like, hey, at least you remember that,
yeah.
that TB12 came through and recruited you.
Yeah. Well, the thing about Tom Brady is he'll kiss his son on the mouth, but he'll also help out a friend in need. So that's a good guy right there. I honestly wish I
Hey,
was
Mike,
Tom Brady's son.
you're so wise when you say things like that, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So right now, have you been watching any Netflix recently?
You know what? It's so funny. I
Any
actually
good shows?
So I'm late on this shit, but I just finished The Last Airbender, and
Dude,
that was a show I missed out on as a child
you
because
did. That was my favorite show when I was a
like
kid.
Mike, I kid you not, man. Like as a kid, like it was Naruto and stuff like that. When I
Yeah,
had time,
Goku.
that's Dragon Ball Z, bro. I gotta educate you. But
Yeah.
that was like on any free time that I had. I didn't have much free time. I was always like in lessons. I was always practicing. I was always performing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so crazy. Like I'm still busy as I'm busier than I've ever been now. Like I'm
Well,
working on
your song is, what are you at right now for streams? It's at like 100,000.
Body Jams is at 73K.
Oh shit, that's good.
So we're approaching 100. We'll probably hit 100K by like May or April. Or
Nice,
April or
nice.
May. Duh. And like I'm really excited because that's going to be my first individual song to get that far.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working on nonstop new music too. And let me tell you, bro, it's some of the
What
best
you
stuff.
got any exclusive music you can play on the podcast?
Oh, bro, yeah, I can play you a little something.
All right, I'm down.
Oh yeah, no, I'll play you in a little bit, man, for sure.
Word, I'm down because I should have fucking. So did. Sorry, I'm.
Oh,
Like I said, I got the jitters. I got the jitters this week. I've been
you got
quitting
the
cigarettes.
post
I'm
sig
freaking.
jitter.
I'm a couple days clean right
It's
now,
a good
but
it's a good type of jitters, man.
I know. But so your Nick at Night project, is that still going on?
You know what? It's funny that you asked that. It is.
It is?
But what's interesting though is I took a step back and I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like
Yeah.
when I put that song out and it was kind of on a high note because I just done the anthem for the finals.
Yeah. It
And
was the perfect time to
it was
release something.
literally the perfect timing. But what I realized is, and I didn't expect this to kind of hit me in the way it did, but putting on music in quarantine it kind of sucked for a second because I was like, oh shit, I can't perform this live.
Yeah.
Like this isn't that fun. So I had to use TikTok as a beacon to get the streams up.
Yeah.
So TikTok, like you reach out to a few people, you get them to dance to your song, and the visibility is crazy. I mean, everybody is on TikTok right now. And so TikTok is a big part of why the streams started soaring. And then on top of that, a lot of playlist placements.
Yeah,
Oh
I saw that you got on a couple of big playlists. I'm sure that helps a lot because
my gosh,
Spotify,
it's
yeah, Spotify, I use Apple Music, but I'm pretty sure so Spotify, like they'll recommend playlists to you every single day, right? And that's like
yeah.
how you'll find like all these different artists, all this different music. So in a way, Spotify is good, but you know me, I'm classy. I go with Apple. I ride or die for
Okay,
Apple.
I'm an Apple Music cat primarily as well. I use Spotify though because the playlists that they curate are pretty dope in terms of finding new music,
Yeah.
whatnot. And I'm a dude that listens to a lot of music outside of the United States as well. Like for
Hmm.
example, before we hopped on, I was actually bumping French hip hop.
Really?
Yeah, that shit's fire.
What
Like,
is that like? Boom, boom, au revoir. Boop, boop.
bro, you should go over to France. They love you.
Yeah, they probably would, but I'm a vector of disease right now. I'm carrying COVID
Okay,
19, COVID 20.
okay, okay.
No,
All
I'm
right,
just
now
kidding.
maybe,
I
maybe you
felt a
should
little
do that.
sick the other day though, but dude, if
Uh-oh.
I didn't already have it, I don't know what's going on, man. It wouldn't make sense if I didn't already have it.
Like I totally get that. I know a lot of people like that said they had COVID before it was even a thing.
Yeah,
Crazy, bro. Like it's been a year since like everything kind of shut down. And
yeah.
it's still like it's so crazy when you look back at videos from like 2019 or like January
Dude, I
2020.
know. Like my
You're just
memories on like
like
Snapchat and
it makes,
Instagram.
it makes me go, fuck.
I
Like
know.
shit was so it's not even the word normal, but shit was just like
Are you like when was the last time you performed? Was it like a year ago, like right now?
March, March,
Wow.
March 18th, 2020. I remember
Wow.
that.
I'm lucky. I just started getting back, getting a little couple shows here and
Bro,
there. I've only
I need to hit a show with you one of these days.
yeah. I have a
Like
show at Mohegan Sun
that would
in
be so
Connecticut.
much fun, honestly, because like I can't wait till they lift the performance ban on here and then I can start doing my thing. But
I
it's funny
know.
you say that though. I'm actually doing a Heat versus Lakers game. I'm going home to Miami for a week.
Oh shit. Word.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be working on some music down there with some people, and I was able to get that. So that'll be my first time performing in over a year. So
Holy shit.
isn't that nuts, man?
Maybe I'll come down, dude.
I'm like McGregor, like I take a year off.
Well, dude, no, everyone was forced to. It's not like if it was up to me, I would have been performing freaking in the ICU. I
Oh
would
my
have went to
god,
the hospital and performed in front of people that were dying. Dude, it
bro, I
changed.
would have invited people over to my house and just had my mic set up. Like
I know.
that's the mentality.
It changed my life, like getting back up on stage. Because, dude, I was depressed as shit. I had nothing going on. It sucks. Like, you know me. Like when I'm not doing that, I really got nothing else to do. Because besides the podcast and working construction, but that shit sucks. Well, that shit just makes even more sad. So, like now, I'm getting booked. I just did a show on Friday night with a couple of Boston legends in Portsmouth. I've been doing open mics, just like practicing my stuff every single night, and I'm almost back to where I was before quarantine. I'm feeling it again, and I'm sure you're ready to go. So, are you performing the anthem at the game?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be performing the anthem at the game. Like that's so great that you're getting those opportunities, man. So
I
I'll be
know.
doing that, and yeah, just can't wait till they lift that ban. It's gonna feel really good.
What?
I'm
Yeah,
actually curious to see how stiff I'm gonna be on stage. When I practice, so like of course I'm always practicing as if I'm going into the
yeah,
studio to sing.
yeah.
But with all the music I've been recording, that serves as practice in itself. But when I'm practicing in my room or in my apartment, I'm just like, I gotta practice like I'm performing for an audience,
Mhm.
because the shit could get you stiff, man. If you don't practice like that and you go out in front, you're just like,
Well,
holy shit,
when you're
I
a
don't know what to do with
performer,
my body.
it's all about you basically needed to perform either every day or every other day because it's all about the reps. It's all about feeling comfortable, knowing when to hit this, when to hit that. Like for me, it's my joke, my punchline. It's gonna be perfect. For you, it's a note. It's gonna be perfect every time. Like, yeah, it's
Well,
just
whatever perfect is, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be damn near perfect, man.
yeah, exactly. Well, perfect would be means I'd be selling up the TD Garden, but right now I'm
One
far
day,
from that.
man. One day, you just got to keep manifesting it. That's how I look at it. You just got to keep working.
I
It's like,
know.
bro, like you'll appreciate those gigs that you do at the small clubs and the bars that you do. You know, they're intimate, and that's how I look at. I used to do a lot of those in high school. That's where I got my start. You know,
Yeah.
and those kinds of gigs forged me into, I guess, like what I'm becoming right now. And you know what's crazy is you'll never be too proud to do those types of gigs. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
No, dude, trust me. I perform in front of when I first started getting into comedy, Nick, I would perform in front of just a bartender and one drunk person that was half asleep. And I would get no laughs, no one would be paying attention. And I'd just go up there, do my thing, come down, talk to the owner, and I'd be like, hey, you want to book me? And he'd be like, who are you? He's like, you just performed there? And I'd be like, what? Like, it's just like when you come up from that, like because comedy is a different thing. You can't start comedy and have like a good joke at the beginning because you don't even know how to fucking do it until you do it. And it's just like it's such a strange thing. Now I'm actually like getting back into it because right before quarantine is when I like started to like finally like do something with this. And it just got pushed back, pushed back, pushed back. I started hitting mics again. I went to an open mic 3 months ago for the first time the whole year. Went there, crushed, started going every day. People are starting to book me now. I'm starting to get noticed, and that's all you can do, man.
And
It's
that's
amazing.
it's a domino effect.
Yeah,
That's exactly
exactly.
how it works.
Well, and like me and you, like when we worked at the radio station, like it's all about like what you put into it. You put in hard work, shit's gonna happen. You're gonna get a good product. Like we worked hard on that. Maybe it wasn't, we didn't have the budget, but we put in a lot of effort and we
We
came
were
up
like
with a
we
decent
sat
show.
there, we diligently did that, and that's
Yeah,
so important.
it's all
It's
about
like those types of it's that discipline, if that makes sense.
exactly, exactly, yeah. But all right, so I got a funny thing. So have you ever seen the movie Block Island Sound?
Blog, no, what's that about?
It's on Netflix. It's literally it was trending the other day, so I was like, "Oh, I'll check it out" because it's based in Rhode Island. It's literally written by a guy in like New England, like Massachusetts, that wanted to convince his wife he wasn't going out to his boat and drinking every night, and he was actually abducted by aliens. So basically, it's the stupidest movie ever. It's the complete
Bro,
like
it sounds like a bad Adam Sandler movie.
dude,
Like straight
it's
up.
it's terrible. It's literally supposed to be like about a guy that lives on like an island like Martha's Vineyard, Cape Cod. Well, it's Block Island in Rhode Island, and he's like, I'm not. He's the dad's like shit faced. He's like, I'm not going out to my boat to drink, and then they find out he's being abducted by aliens. The dad gets murdered. The kid's like at the funeral. It's a classic like northeast like situation of a movie. They even throw in like the classic scene like where they're at the funeral and the guy's like, hey, you killed your fucking dad for his beach house on the island. And then they fucking start scrapping. You gotta watch the movie. It's
Wait,
terrible.
what's the name of this shit again?
Block Island Sound. It's
Block Island Sound.
I
I
don't
gotta
even
write. I'm writing that shit down right now.
dude,
I'm in
I
the
don't
mood to
even know
watch.
how it was like
I'm in the mood.
created.
I'm in the mood to watch something dumb as shit.
Oh,
So
it's probably the dumbest movie I've ever seen in my life. And so it's just about alien invasions and being abducted. You never even see the aliens. And I can't even explain it, man. It's so stupid.
is it like The Happening where it's like, Mark Wahlberg and there's like an imaginary force and you just like don't know what the force is and it's so whack.
Yeah, but it's basically just
But it's funnier, I hope. I
it's
mean,
fun. No, it's pretty funny.
The
But
Happening is like so bad it's funny sometimes. So I hear you.
speaking of Mark Wahlberg, I actually have I have his nephew coming on the podcast next in a couple months, Oscar Wahlberg.
Yeah, bro. I think I saw something about that. That's
Yeah,
sick.
he's in the new season of Dexter.
That's sick, man.
Yeah, facts. Well, nothing like, dude, you had Karan Butler on the other day. That must how so when you're going about booking these interviews, do you just DM them, say, hey, like, come on? Because you already know him, obviously, from the team.
Yeah, I get their number and I'm just like, hey, what's up? So do you want to hop on like this day? It's tough coordinating in the season. Like when I first started it, it was
Yeah,
so
I'd assume
like
so.
homies were just like kind of chilling, doing nothing, just like relaxing. So it was really easy. They just hop on a live and you catch them in a candid situation.
Yeah, and
And
you just get a
now
good
it's
little
like
conversation out of him.
now doing it like with Quran, like we had to do it after a practice at 9 p.m. and that was still cool. But we only had a select amount of time because he had to get tested for
Yeah.
and
Well,
he had to
that's the
bounce.
thing that sucks about podcasting is if you're on a time schedule, it's not gonna be as good because it's all supposed to just be about a natural flowing conversation. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
100%. And like you're grateful for the sense that I'm grateful, and I'm sure you are too, where it's like your guests care about this and they actually want to do it. So they sit down, they give you their undivided attention. And that was huge for me. Like having CB on the podcast and we're sitting down and he's giving me that undivided attention, giving me that advice,
Yeah.
like giving the viewers what they want to hear. That's something really important to me.
So what do you got planned right now for MBL? You got any big announcements coming up? You think?
You know what? It's so funny. Like I keep it pretty secret right now. I'm really blessed to say, like, trying to get it actually endorsed by a big podcast company that's owned by an NBA player right now. But that's
JJ Redick?
we'll see, man. That's in the near
Is
future.
that who it is?
I can't say,
All
but
right.
in the near future, hopefully that push will be something that's really big. But right now, it's being looked at, and they're like, "Well, we want to see what you keep doing on your own because you are doing great things." And it's so amazing when you have these top podcast companies in the industry being like, "Hey, this concept is sick." Where like an athlete and a singer can sit down and discuss, how music has affected their sporting careers.
Well,
Like
if in a way, music is a big part of all athletes' career because you're always
I
you
would
listen to
say so.
music while you're training in the weight room. You're probably listening to music on the court when you're just shooting around, and you're listening to music 24/7. You get in your car, what do? Listen to music. You freaking you have a little slow sex with your girl. What are you doing? You listen to some music. Nah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
No, hey, like you're not wrong, bro. Just
Music's a big part of everyone's life, and it's cool because you can touch people in different ways with music. And I'm not talking about a dirty type of touching. I'm talking politically correct here. I'm saying emotionally touching someone. Like with music, you can reach someone in a way that they didn't even know that they could feel that way. And
bro,
I
for real,
felt that.
like, oh, I was gonna say, like, I thank God that I have that gift, that I'm
Uh,
able to make shit like that is actually able to speak to somebody in that way.
mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Music connects because anywhere you go, anywhere in the world you go, there's always going to be some type of music, whether it's like drums or it's people singing. But every culture has music like tied to it, and it's a
100%,
really cool thing.
100%, bro.
Hmm. So, what game did you say you were going to be doing the anthem?
It's against
Lakers.
the Lakers. Yeah,
Oh shit!
which is dope
What
'cause
date is that?
I
I'm
get
gonna
to
have
make
to remember that. I
I get to
might
make
pull
fun of
up. I might go down because I'm going to Texas in May, I think. But I'm gonna
oh,
do it.
good
I'm gonna
luck
take a
with that,
couple
man.
stops.
Good
Yeah,
luck.
I'm going there for comedy. I'm gonna try to hit it big in a week and
I love
get
it, man.
and get on Joe Rogan's podcast. Nah, it's
Oh, that'll be great. Dude,
maybe
Joe Rogan's
one day.
podcast is nuts.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, do you listen to any podcasts?
You know what? Like, I just started listening to this dude, Jocko Willink. He was a former Navy SEAL. That dude, like, he's probably like now become like one of my favorite listeners in the world.
He's
Like,
way too motivational for me, though. I
oh,
listen to
bro,
that
like,
guy for
you
two
like
minutes and I want
I
to go
believe there
freaking run.
should be a balance. You know what I'm saying? And I think he believes that. But at the end of the day, though, like, I started listening to him about a month ago, and like, I've written more songs in a month than I had in the past like 3 months.
Wow.
Oh yeah, because like I don't know, just like starting my day out with Jocko Willink, um, it almost like it turns a switch because sometimes in life, and I'm sure we all get that way,
Yeah.
it's like we're possessed, like, and I think you and I are very driven people, so it's like we're possessed and we keep going, but then sometimes there's that instance where it's like, oh man, like maybe I should just slow down. but then the slowdown kind of becomes infectious,
Yeah.
and you're just, it's not like you're almost, it's not like you're losing time, but it's that sense of, oh wow, like I could be doing more. And like Jocko's just like, hey, testosterone. And I'm just like,
Dude, that guy, you listen to that guy's podcast for 15 minutes. You already cut the sleeves off every shirt in your freaking closet, and then you're
like
already at the
facts.
gym for some reason.
Bro,
You put the
there's,
guy's podcast on, you're in the gym
he has a
working out.
gift. He has a gift for that kind of stuff where he just like rewires your mind for the day.
Well,
Like
some people, that's
I
why those motivational guys, they always, like any motivational guys, whether it's him, whether it's like, do you know who Inky Johnson is?
Inky Johnson, Ed Milet. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
like all those guys, they have like a strange thing about them that they can just like make you like want to like do more with your life. You know what I mean?
Oh, 100%. Like there's a reason why Monday through Friday I listen to Jocko, because he puts me in that frame of mind, and I feel so accomplished throughout the
Yeah.
day. You know, there's never a more beautiful feeling. Like even this, bro, like we're getting something done. We're making a podcast right now.
Yeah.
Like you can go to bed tonight and be like, damn, like we knocked that out. It's Sunday. We should be relaxing. We should be chilling. And it's like, no, we working. And that's important.
I have a question for you. So, in the music industry, there's a group coming up right now. Do you know who the Famous Twins are?
The Famous Twins. The name sounds familiar.
So it's 3 chicks. I can't tell if they're 16 or if they're 36. They make straight up bangers though. They have some pretty good music, but they all have braces. I can't tell what's going on. They're shaking their asses. I'm like, oh, dude, should I not be watching this? They have braces on. It's so crazy. Look them up. Look them up. And literally look them up right now on your phone and let me know what you think of them.
The Famous Twins.
Yeah, Famous Twins. They got famous. I got famous off of TikTok, I believe, and they're an Atlanta-based group. It's 3 girls, and they're actually pretty good. I found them on TikTok the other day. I've been getting real loose on TikTok. I've been putting up a lot of like my stand-up on there, podcast clips, and some of them are getting views, some of them haven't. I don't know. I'm not really good at TikTok. You have any advice?
Oh wait, I do know who they are.
You do?
Bro, the way I look at TikTok is
Like, how does someone like that become famous like overnight?
you know what's so funny about TikTok? I had this conversation with somebody the other day. There's no rhyme or reason to that type of shit, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? It's like you just kind of got to do you, and sometimes the algorithm will push it, sometimes the algorithm won't. It's like almost like shit. Like, is it a reliable source? Like, there's so many different ways to blow up. TikTok is just one of those ways. That's how I look at it, you know? And there's some people like, there's like a TikTok kind of culture, and you know, like it's cool. Like when a song, like for example, Body Jams, like I don't really have a TikTok, you know, I'm pretty, I guess like as an artist, like I kind of keep it low key a mystery, like what's going on in my life in that sense. Personally, I don't really post myself like that. I try to keep it about the music, if that makes sense.
Yeah, well, you're not one of these guys. You're like me. Like some people, you want to find out where someone is, just go look at their Instagram story. Like I'm not that type of person that everywhere I go, my life is documented. I don't want it to be like that. Everything.
No, it shouldn't have to be, and that's how I look at it, you know. And like people always say content is king, and the way I look at social media is like when I have music out again, or when I'm doing a music video for Body Jams, when that shit hits 100K, like yeah, that's when you'll hear from me.
Yeah.
You know, this is my way of expressing myself to you.
Can I be like a funny character in the music video?
DM me, we'll talk.
All right.
I like this. I like this idea.
Well, because I tried. Do you remember how I interviewed Mir Fontaine?
Oh my gosh.
He told me I'd be in one of his sketches on his new album. He dropped an album 2 days ago. Not on it.
Hey, bro, people be flaky like that. But yeah, let's talk about this.
I'm down.
Let's talk about this. But the way I look at it is like just do you. And you know what? It's like the way I look at social media too is like it's like, are you gonna chase clout or are you gonna chase the art? That's how I look at it. And I feel more fulfilled when I chase the art. And that was also one of the reasons why like I took a step back from social media for a while after I dropped Body Jams. Because I was like, damn, like this is what it's become. It's not really about the art anymore. And it kind of made me, I'm opening up to you right now on this podcast, bro.
Go ahead.
I'm getting
This is
personal.
actually this is a leisure hour therapy session hour.
Yes, this is the
It's
lead hour.
500. It's $500 an hour.
Oh damn! What are you, a medium, bro? Are you gonna like call on my? You can call my grandmother.
I'm feeling something. Did someone pass away in your family named A, starting with an A, starting with a G, starting with a Q? So that's what they do. That's what mediums do. You'll go in there and they'll be like,
Believe it or not, so one of my good friends is a medium. He's amazing though. Like
oh,
he's
really? He's
right
actually
on
good.
the line. I would send you to him. He's
Uh,
amazing. But
but go on with your opening up.
so the way I look at it is like I fell out of love with the process for a while because I was like, is this all it takes? It's like and I feel like a lot of artists now they have that problem where it's like, damn, they get so caught up in like, oh, my number game and this is so important. And I'm like, bro, you just got to make good songs. That's how people are going to find you. It's not about it's not about how many TikTok followers you have. It's not about how many IG followers you have. If you have the good
It's
music,
not about if your parents still love you or not. It's about if
it's
you.
but it's literally just like, bro, if you follow your heart and you make good music or you make good art and it's from the
I
heart,
know.
like, and that
Well,
rhyme, that was a couplet.
no, that was good. That was good. That
The
sounded like a
heart,
song
like,
right there. That
bro,
sounded good.
people are gonna resonate with that.
Yeah,
Like
you're
people
right.
resonate when you're you. That's something big.
Like right now, my podcast is picking up some steam in Russia. I don't know why, but like I'm getting all these views in Moscow. Uh,
Interesting.
yeah, in Moscow and like all
There you
these
go, bro.
areas out in like the outskirts of Russia. And it's so weird. Like, because I was like, all right, so if I put in work on this podcast, like I've been like, I got more consistent with it. Obviously, like I took probably like a 7-month break from my podcast
I
just because,
remember.
yeah. And it just, it wasn't going good for me. And now, like, I'm actually getting working. I'm getting a lot of my comedian friends on. I'm starting to book more people, and I'm starting to actually have a product that I actually like that feels like me. You know what I mean? And I
Sometimes you,
wanted it to blow up in America, but hey, maybe I'm Russian. Maybe I'm going to Russia, baby.
hey, bro, I like it. I like it already. I feel like you could fit him there.
I
The way
know.
that it is, bro, is like sometimes you need to take that step back,
Yeah.
and it's like it's a blessing in disguise when you do because you
Well, I
come.
wasn't putting out a product that I liked. I was doing live streams and I was doing prank calls. It wasn't who I wanted to be and what the like I wanted to do with this. And it just didn't feel right. Maybe I was getting more views. I was getting I was getting much more views than I am now. But take a step back, do what I want to do. I'm enjoying it, and that's all I can really do.
And like kudos to you for that. Like I have mad respect for that when people can be open because a lot of artists like they can't be open about it.
Yeah.
And like I respect that. But at the same time, I think the real respect is when artists can really just own up and just say, "Hey, that's not me." You
Yeah.
know? Like I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm just like, damn, like that's what's up. But then you got the Jason Derulos that are, they thrive off of that. And
What's
like,
up with Jason Derulo? That guy is thriving right now.
and that's cool. Like that's that's his
Doesn't he
bag.
have
Like,
like 100 million TikTok followers?
oh, like his TikTok to me saved his like mainstream
Yeah,
career.
he like kind of rebuilt his career from
Like he's
scrap.
in his bag with that, and that's dope. And then you got artists like The Weeknd who they're not really like he's
What
not
do you
really
think of his halftime performance? Well, keep going and then we'll talk about that.
like, oh, so pretty much like The Weeknd's like very enigmatic with it,
Mhm.
like same thing with Bruno Mars. Like they don't post much unless they got music out or it's like it's driving what they do. So that's where I'm kind of at with it. That's where I'm trying to be. But the way I look at it is it's like going back to the halftime performance, I love that shit.
Yeah, he
Look,
killed that shit.
bro, I just don't understand why people just gotta hate on every little thing now. It's like
It's
the internet,
because it's
the
because
internet,
everyone hates himself right now, so they just want to hate everything.
and that's the thing. It's like, bro, like there's way too much like fuck that shit. Like
You shouldn't be allowed to use your phone for 1 day a week. I think that's the problem.
I think that's a huge way to solve a lot of it. What's crazy is when you check your phone's screen time, and it's like you don't
Dude,
realize
that shit's scary.
like you're just like, oh yeah, you run your phone for 5 hours a day. I'm just like, you got to be fucking with me. Like, and it's not even like you just take a step away, but your screen's still on and you're still looking at it sometimes. It's scary shit, man.
It
And
is.
it's like, I just, I just wish it will never go back to it. I think it'll only continue to escalate, in my opinion.
I think So do you know what Neuralink is? Elon Musk, how he wants to put like a chip in your brain so you can
Oh,
like
of
talk
course,
to
man.
people without like actually opening your mouth.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna be there before you know it. We're gonna like have something like that going on. It's gonna be really scary.
Oh, bro, there's gonna be a day where we won't need mics or anything to record
Oh,
really clean sound. Like that'll be crazy. Like me and my friend were talking about it when I was in the studio the other day. I
mhm.
was like, bro, there will be a day in which we will like record into our phones and the audio quality is going to be like that of a $1,000 mic. It's
Yeah.
going to be ridiculous. And it's already insane. Like my friend Talia, she was showing me some of her demos and
Was
it's
that
like,
who you were in the studio with the other day? I think I saw that on your story.
no, that's her name's Konami.
Oh, good
We
night.
we were actually wrapping up the vocals for that song yesterday.
Oh, nice,
Yeah.
nice. So when's
So
that gonna come out?
I don't know, man. See, the thing is, I'm sitting on so much heat right now.
Well, dude, you had a ton of music when at the beginning of quarantine. Like when was that? Well, it was probably like August, right? Last year.
When we met, yeah, we
Yeah,
met in August.
August, and you had like, dude, you had like 17 songs, right? Then that were just unreleased.
Yeah, and dude, I got like way more than that now, and
Yeah.
it's nuts because you're just sitting on a lot of heat, and then you're sitting on a lot of ideas that are interesting, and it's like I don't know where this is gonna go, but this is something. But it's a good problem to have, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a problem, you know. It's kind of a
Well, no,
blessing.
that's a good thing, I'd
You can
assume.
kind of pick and choose, and you know that's why you got a couple people that you really trust around you. That's like, yo, this is the one. And then there's going to be another person that's like, hey, but this one is really good too.
But
And
isn't music so subjective too to who you are as a person?
music's very subjective. I mean, there's certain songs by certain artists that speak to other people, you know,
Yeah.
and just like, oh, like that song doesn't really speak to me from that artist, but this one does. So
Mm-hmm.
it's interesting how that works.
But keep going on. So like you're selecting music like process like that must be like so much pressure in that because like you have this song you want to put out and then your buddy's like, dude, like this song is complete fire. Like this one should go out
Hey,
first.
I'm gonna tell you something. Like sometimes you just gotta like destroy all that noise in your ear and you just got to
Yeah.
go with your gut intuition. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that that's so important. A lot of artists will go crazy because they got a handful of people telling them what to do, and each and every one of those people have different opinions.
And they have different motives. Like they have like different things that are gonna come out of it. They're only thinking about what's gonna happen to them. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
exactly. 100%. And they also want that kind of credit where it's like, oh yeah, I told so and so to drop that record, you know, and they
Yeah.
want to be a part of that. And like I respect that, you know, but like it's like, damn, you know, but that's a good problem though. Back to that, because when I go into writing songs, I'm like, damn, like I gotta write. I can't write filler. I don't go in with that mindset.
Yeah.
All thriller, no filler. That is my mindset.
Yeah.
So
That's cool. That's a cool mindset.
all thriller, no filler. So when you got that many songs where it's like, damn, this could be a hit. This could be a hit. I mean, one day I want to get to the point where I'm writing songs and giving them to other people too.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
that.
yeah, that'd be really cool.
That's like that's what Pharrell did. That's what like the Dream. A lot of people don't know who the Dream is, but like the Dream did a like "Shawty right there is a 10."
Mm-hmm.
And then he wrote Umbrella for Rihanna, and he wrote
Under my umbrella, Ella, Ella, hey, hey. Dude, my voice is terrible.
bro. No, it's not,
I was thinking about taking voice classes actually.
bro. You know I could give you some exercises right now, bro.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, so believe it or not, I teach as a favor. I teach a couple of family friends daughters in the morning, and that's really fun. Like getting to teach them and just like show them the exercises I was taught as a kid.
All right,
Here, I'll
give
tell you
me,
right
give me, give me an exercise for like a little kid, like something
now. Okay,
easy to do. Something
all
easy
right.
to do.
So here's one. So we got mum 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 mum. Can you do that?
Monkey or mom?
Mum, just M-U-M.
Mama, mama, mom.
That was incredible.
You think so?
Yeah, bro. And then you just keep going up the scale. Mama, 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 mama. You just
I
keep going
can't
from
do
there.
that. That's way too. Mama, 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 mama. No, dude, my voice is.
Hey,
I
like,
can't do it.
hey, we're gonna develop that falsetto real quick, so you can just go.
No, but I actually like want to like start like doing like little things to help my voice, because sometimes I'll catch myself like, you know how I talk, like I'm from like Boston, like I'll catch myself like mumbling
Wait,
on stage
you
a
are
little
from
bit.
Boston. This is a fact.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so like I'll be out in like Connecticut, and I'll like be performing, and like obviously like everyone in Boston, like they can understand me, and like people will be like, what the fuck are you saying? Like someone will say that, and like I'm like, dude, like it hurts my feelings, but like I do
it hurts
realize
my.
like sometimes I'll like start talking like the typical like stupid like people out here, like it sucks.
Hey, so this is a leisure hour therapy session with Mike Linehan. So this has been bothering you, my son?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, I
No,
actually did a show in Connecticut. I think 3 weeks ago, no, 4 weeks ago. And so it was, I go there, I had no clue where I was going. And I pull up and I'm like, where the fuck am I? It was like a warehouse. I walk in, it was like an indoor training facility for football players. And then there was like a little roped off area with a makeshift stage. And I just performed inside like an indoor turf field the other day. And there was like 30 people there. It was pretty cool, but it was just like the most random place I've ever performed at.
this sounds, bro, like that sounds so great. Like going back to what we said in the beginning, like those stories are gonna stick with you forever, man.
I know, dude. Just like performing that, dude. I performed at a park a couple weeks ago too, in
That's
front of
dope.
two people. It
I love
wasn't
it.
that. It wasn't that dope. It wasn't.
Oh yeah, no, but you're gonna, bro. I'll never forget. Like I still tell the stories to this day. So I did a gig at Simmons College.
Oh yeah, I think you've told this, but this is a good
Most
podcast story.
organized event I've ever been to, and that's how I met Konami, who's on the song with me that I was telling you about.
Wait,
So like,
was it the 24-hour
bro, it
walk
was the
in?
one where like they told us to show up at 2, but like we didn't sound check till 6.
Oh,
So
Jesus.
literally, I mean, like, hey, like Keena and I, we got to talking, and we realized we had a lot in common, and then that's how we became friends. And then you never know, bro. Like that's how you meet people, and it's just like, oh, 6 hours late, like 6 months later. Sorry, 6 hours. 6 months later, I'm just like, yo, I got this song. I would love.
9 months later, we have a kid together. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, no, no,
No, I'm kidding.
okay.
But no,
Jeez,
that's dope though.
Jesus,
Like, cause,
like,
cause like
but
those
that's
college get. I
it's
know
crazy.
you talk, you talk. We keep cutting each other off.
Oh yeah, so that Simmons gig, like crazy, bro. Like ended up like just weirdest shit ever, just having to wait that long.
Hmm.
And then like it got to the point like I don't know who the hell was working sound, but the freaking tracks were so loud. And like there were TV tracks for my songs. So like the background vocals were just blasting and I like you couldn't hear
You
me
couldn't
sing
even hear
live
your
at
own
all.
voice. Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like I literally felt like I was just phoning it in. And that was the only time in a performance I ever felt like I was phoning it in, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Just
I
like.
was just kind of like walking around, like I felt like Playboy Cardi performing live, just like going like, yeah, uh, yeah,
What 21 Savage performing live too, dude? What's up with that? Like, why are some rappers just like not able to perform? Is that because?
I think because they're just very intoxicated.
But also that, and yeah, well, that's probably true.
I think they're just very, very like on another dimensional level than where we're all at. So
For
they're
some reason, rappers are the only like type of artists where they like. It's like cool if they're just like completely fucked up, like completely like wasted, like
bro, I
doing
was
drugs.
watching Raekwon and Ghostface Killah versus last night after my session.
Mhm.
Bro, them boys was on a whole other level. I mean, it was dope to see like old school hip hop and shit, but like I was cracking up. Like towards the end of the night, they were just like listening to a "Ain't No Stopping Us Now" on the move, and like, but they were just like "Ain't no stopping us now." Hey,
Yeah,
was on yo, like literally for the whole song, and you're just like, you know, I want to be on that level of fucked up right now.
yeah,
And Ghostface
sadly.
Killer's just like looking in the mic, like trying to really focus when he's rapping because it's like, oh, like he needs to keep himself in. Like, it's amazing, bro.
So who is your motivation that when you were a kid, like, so like I can look back, I remember watching like a Robin Williams stand up, like it was either a clip, I can't remember the actual one, but I remember thinking like I kind of want to do like something like that. And like I was probably like 7 years old. Like when's like a moment you could like think back like that's like I knew like I wanted to like start like making music, like doing this, like having this be a part of my life.
Damn. So that's I've had a few instances like that.
Really?
So I'm gonna name three. So
Hmm.
the first one was when I watched I'm trying to think. So the first one, oh, damn. Like, yeah, I guess it would be that first national anthem at the Heat game.
Oh yeah,
D Wade when he came up.
I should put a clip of that in the list. That's
Bro,
I
that'd be lit.
forgot you did
You
that.
got it on IG, or I can send that to you. But
Yeah,
D Wade like came up from behind and just like gave me a little pickup, and it was crazy because, Dwayne Wade just came up, picked me
yeah,
up,
the
just said, "Hey,
Dwayne Wade,
you're gonna be
freaking
okay." Like doing this in front of 10,000 people. I was 11 years old, and I was just like, "Oh shit! Like I'm a bad motherfucker right now. I'm gonna do this." Like it just gave me all the confidence in the world. So that was one instance where I was like, "Damn, I can do this." The
yeah,
second
that must have been amazing, bro.
Oh, it was incredible. The second one was like I was a little older. I was 15. I heard "Lost Without You" by Robin Thicke for the first time, and that song just kind of like I was like, "Oh, so this white guy sings R&B music, bro? I want to be a white guy that sings R&B music like that. Like I want to
Mhm.
be that cool." So that kind of transitioned me into the culture and learning about a lot of soul music that came before, like Marvin Gaye, Sam Cooke, James Brown, even 90s R&B, Mary J. Blige, Drew Hill, Maxwell, D'Angelo. That
Well,
that got me
R
on.
and B was really taking off. Like R and B was kind of like the thing in the '90s, right? A little
See, like
bit,
I feel like
and
R&B has always been low key the thing. It's just evolved,
mhm.
and like when you're an artist though, that like I've always been an artist. There's a lot of pop artists that take like a little inspiration from it and sprinkle it in. Like for me, I want to be a part of the real thing, if that makes sense, and
No,
kind of
that does.
preserve the real thing. So that's where I'm at with it. And then the third and final one was when Phil Collins told me I sounded like Prince.
Really?
That
Holy
shit,
shit!
I'll never forget. He pulled me aside. It was at his birthday party, and he was like, Nick, you sound like Prince. And I was just like, yo, Phil Collins just told me that shit. Crazy.
Well, you also are in like such an amazing position, like so like you're connected like with the Heat, like and that connection will only probably get bigger now, like you keep performing, keep killing it at those are great, like people are going to see you there in that organization. Who knows, maybe you'll end up doing like some stuff on like broadcasting for the Heat or something, like
We'll
you know.
see. Those possibilities are endless, and I
And
haven't taken those out of the equation.
I
You know,
know.
like I've been learning so much about the sport through these
Hmm.
interviews too.
Well,
And it's
yeah,
like,
clearly
damn, like I would
you've
love to
you
be
can
a
tell
part.
you love like basketball and you love like really getting into it, learning about everything about it.
What I love the most though, Mike,
But
is it's not even I'm not into the technical shit like that. Like I don't know, like, oh, he's a wing. Like I don't
yeah,
know what the fuck a wing means. But like
yeah, the only wings you're having are the ones you're
the only
eating.
wings are the ones that we get together. But like
Yeah,
the way I look at it is I just see a bunch of dudes that made it out of tough situations, or a bunch of dudes that were given a lot of tools and worked their asses off
yeah,
to get to the point where they're playing at the highest level and they're making so much money doing what they love. So it's just like, damn, like you even said, like, bro, like I would play on a shitty Timberwolves team, for 20 mil. I remember I asked you that
dude,
question.
I'd play on in the NBA G League, bro. Just
Are you
those people are making more money than I'll probably ever make, bro.
Oh
The
yeah.
NBA, the NBA is so ridiculous with the money now. It's well, but also it does make sense because look at like the NFL. There's 50 people on every team. The NBA, what is it? It's like
15 people max.
yeah, yeah, and
And
that's
it's and I totally get the whole like I get the money thing, but it's like also I just respect it because I see like I'm like, damn, like these dudes work for it,
they have to, yeah.
and like even being around, especially the Miami Heat, like that culture, and everybody goes on about Heat culture this, Heat culture that, like Heat culture is the truth, and I
Yeah.
I have firsthand experience to that. Like I worked out with those guys in quarantine
Hmm.
and over Zoom, and I could barely keep up. I mean, they're fucking professional athletes, but like
Yeah.
their
Yeah, what
tenacity.
do you mean keep up, dude? You think
But their
either of us could keep up with any of those people? I couldn't
hey,
even keep up with them.
but their tenacity, bro. Like we did a push-up contest one day, and like I'll never forget Chris Silva, Bam, like they were trying to outdo each other. And it's
Hmm.
so dope to see. And it's just like, God damn, like this is this is this is why they're at that level of professionalism that they're at.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Who's your favorite basketball player right now and favorite basketball player of all time?
Oh shit. So right now, Jimmy.
Jimmy? Yeah, makes sense.
Jimmy's my like to me. I think Jimmy might be my favorite of all time.
Really? Well,
And this is
he's
like
built
personal.
that culture there. Like he's like the key piece of that entire organization. Like he's like the franchise player.
Jimmy's the epitome, I think, of like what a real man is.
Hmm.
Somebody, and my dad and I had these conversations about it too. I mean, my dad's around me.
Somebody that holds the door open for you, somebody that kisses you on the cheek before bed,
Yeah,
and
that is Jimmy Butler. But
yeah.
like, he's, but like, bro, think about it. Let's go back to Minnesota when he was in Minnesota, and he literally said like, these young kids, they don't want to fucking work.
Well,
Like, I don't want
he got a bad. That was a
got
bad
a
shake
bad
for him.
rap,
He
but
shouldn't have
like,
went. He shouldn't have went to Minnesota
well, he got
because
traded there. That's the thing.
yeah.
Then like when he went to Philly, that team should have went to the finals, in my opinion. The one with because they had Jimmy,
Embiid,
was still
Simmons.
on, Simmons, Embiid. Who else did they have? They had
I
him in
think
there.
they had Derrick Rose.
They didn't have Derrick Rose.
They
Derrick
did.
Rose.
Here, I'll look up that team. I think that
Look at
was
that
what.
team, 2019 Sixers, because that team should have went to the finals. I think if Kawhi didn't hit that clutch three, they would have won that game.
Well, that was Kawhi's year. Yeah, because Toronto did win that year. So they had Markel Fultz, Trey Burke, Malachi Richardson, Landry Shamet, Josh Richardson, Boban, like the tall ass dude. I can't read his last name. Marjanovic or
Yeah,
whatever.
you got that.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Jonathan.
that team was deep. That
Yeah,
team was
no, that
very
was a good team.
like, and that team should have like if Kawhi didn't hit that shot, I guarantee you they would have went to the finals because that's Jimmy's mentality. And Jimmy proved that when he went to Miami. And you know what's crazy, bro? Like my the way my take on Jimmy is he doesn't give a fuck and he wants to win, but he's having fun at the same time. And he's very self-aware of it. So that's something that I look up to where it's like I'm on my shit, but I'm having a good time. And that's something that I always strive to be as a singer and as a writer and as somebody who's just living life. So that's why Jimmy's my favorite.
Yeah.
Also, like he's a man of many interests too. Like he likes wine, he likes soccer, he likes music too. He likes a lot of different things, bro, and it's cool.
Are there any NBA players that are musicians besides Victor Oladipo?
So who else besides Depot? Depot's like my dream interview on NBO. Like
You
my
think
whole
you'll ever get him?
I think one day, bro. Like once the podcast keeps getting bigger and I'll have more reach.
Yeah, it keeps picking up more steam.
My goal is to actually do like a charity concert with that episode, where it's like we get a band together, we go back and forth. Like maybe we take some of his originals, he sings some of mine with me. We do a couple classic covers. That'd be so dope. We raise money for something. That would
You need an MC.
Oh, bro, like Mike Linehan.
Yeah, dude, I'll MC it. I'll be the
Bro,
host. That'd be sick.
That'd be nuts, bro. So besides Depot, K-Num plays guitar. It's funny. K-Num plays guitar.
Really?
Who else? Well, we got Dame and Lonzo. They try to rap.
Oh yeah. I forgot about.
Dame's got bars though. Dame's pretty good.
Yeah, Dame's not bad. Lonzo sucked.
Lonzo's
Whatever
respect.
happened to that? Is he done rapping?
I think so, man. I wonder if the Pelicans are going to trade him at the deadline in the next 3 days. It'd be interesting.
The Celtics need to make a move. We need to get somebody. We need a good.
Like it's like the thing is, like I'm looking at the Celtics. I'm like, bro, y'all aren't bad.
No,
but like
we've been at the same level. I feel like
your ceiling
5 years.
Your ceiling is the conference finals.
Yeah, well, we've just been rotating the same like type of players like through the team, getting rid of players, bringing in players that are similar like in their skill set, and we're not really getting. We need that big piece now. I think.
And that's how I look at Miami, bro. And like, I think the move for I get the move for Ariza, like that's fine. We're activating him again because he's kind of that Jay Crowder-esque role that we had in the bubble.
But where's Jay Crowder now?
He's in Phoenix, bro. He's balling in Phoenix. But the way I look at it is, it's like, damn, like I wouldn't be, bro. Don't be surprised if the Heat make like another surprise run. Like I can see the Heat upset the Nets, bro. That's a hot take, but I can see them take out the Nets in 7.
Dude, they just got Griffin. I don't know. I think the Nets, if the Nets don't win the championship, it's kind of like embarrassing to them.
Bro, look at like when the Heat lost to the Mavericks in the first year. Like embarrassment.
Yeah.
Embarrassment. But it'll be really interesting to see. I mean, like, because Blake, I'm sure, like, is people are like, oh, Blake's washed. I'm like, bro, Blake isn't washed. He's like,
Well, he's just
you know,
older
Russ,
now, and
you know
he's
how
gone
Russ
through
is on
some
a shitty
injuries.
team? Like, Russ is on a shitty Wizards team, and people are like, he's washed. I don't think Russ is washed, bro.
I think Russ is just like not a cool dude to play with on the same team.
See, I think Russ is a good teammate. Like, I think Russ
I
is a
don't
good.
know.
I look at Russ and I'm like, that's a leader. Like, and then you look at guys like you respect the loyalty, but it's like you just want them on a better team. Like I look at Nikola Vucevic, like, bro, why are you on the Magic?
Yeah,
Like I
the
know
Magic's
they're
a
paying you.
joke.
I know they're paying you, but it's like, dude, you are 30 years old now and you could compete at the highest level. You have that kind of skill set where you could go win a championship with. Like if Miami made a move for him, I would respect that, you know?
What would you like to see Miami do in the next couple of days before the trade deadline?
Honestly, like I don't Pat's gonna pull something out, bro. I would love to see the Lowry trade. I mean, like if you want my honest biased opinion, like Lowry all the way. Like
Lowry is a beast, dude.
Jimmy and Lowry on the same team.
That would be a crazy front court.
I mean, I would love if we got Beal, but like that to me is I don't think Beal wants to be moved. So I get that. So, but if he was on the table, I would say, yo, let's make the move for Bradley Beal.
Well, this episode's gonna come out after the trade deadline, so make a prediction right now, and then
Oh, bro,
you
I
could
fucking hate making predictions.
no, and then you could look like you're like wicked right, and it would be like crazy and like oh. But then
I
I
all
also
I
could edit it. I could also edit it, and we could make it seem like you gave the right prediction also if you want.
do it. I think Pat will make the right move. I would not be surprised if Pat pulls something out and gets Lowry or somebody like that.
I think the Celtics need the trade for.
Bro, you guys should have traded for PJ Tucker, no lie.
He's old though. He's kind of washed.
Yeah,
We need someone that's like gonna be like when we got like Kevin Garnett. Like that's like what we need.
you
You know,
guys,
like realistically, like that's like the only thing that like could put us over the hump. It has to be a signing like that.
because I think, bro, I do think in Tatum's time with Boston, him and Jaylen Brown will see the finals. They
Yeah.
will.
Oh no, no, they're getting so close, but I don't know
I
if
just don't think Kemba's. I
not the
love
guy.
Kemba,
He's not the guy.
but
We were so
Kemba's
much
not
better
that.
off with Isaiah Thomas
Bro, like, and
if he
there's
never got hurt.
the way I look at Isaiah is like his injury should have been better treated, you know?
Yeah, well, he got treated like a piece of freaking meat, basically.
He did. And like I do think that the way that was handled was kind of it was kind of showed like almost the Celtics GMs like true colors. Like there's something going on behind the scenes that
Dude,
we don't know
we're
about.
Boston, bro. If you're not, if you're not winning, you're gonna get like fired, or it's just gonna be shitty. Because like,
And
when
that's the
I,
thing. Like you guys are still winning.
everyone actually cares about sports out here, though. Like that's the thing. It's all people have at some point in their life. Like I'll go hang out with friends, dude. God bless them, but like. I'm moving in a direction. Like I'm not like in love with Boston. Like I love doing comedy in Boston, but I'm trying to expand myself. But like, God bless my friends. But like, dude, it gets to a point I can't just be beaten over the head with every sports fact that's happened in the past 15 years. I don't care at some
Oh,
point.
bro, like it's just like the little things. It's even like, bro, I even look at the Miami Heat and I give props to them because they actually make people in South Florida care about sports.
Yeah.
There's so much shit to do in Miami, bro.
Yeah, Florida's so chill. Like no one's thinking about sports,
But it's
dude.
almost like, bro, even when the Heat were kind of shitty, like, I don't think the Heat have ever been like shitty like that. But when we were having our weaker years, people would still go to Heat games because
Yeah.
it's Miami and there's something to do.
Well, yeah, a lot. Well, it's a lot of tourists too, also, right? Like there's some cities that are like that. I'm pretty sure LA's like that big time, like Miami, obviously.
Oh yeah, I mean, bro, people would still go to Laker games when they were 17 and 65.
Yeah. Well, also Kobe. Oh, that was the year after Kobe left, right?
That was his retirement year.
Oh yeah.
And that's
I
weird that I know that. It's so weird that I just remember looking at. I was like, what was their record that year? And I was like,
rest in peace, Kobe. I'm gonna have to edit something in for here.
Oh, of course, like always, and that was something crazy, like when you interview guys like Karan that knew Kobe like that,
Yeah,
like
that's fucked
Karan and
up.
Kobe were best friends.
That's why you gotta stay on the ground, bro. I'm telling you, don't go in a helicopter.
Oh my God.
Do you know how sketchy helicopters are? It's a little box. Dude, a helicopter is like the size of like the room I'm in right now. Like not even like that big. And then you just fucking how high are you in the sky? You're like 20,000 feet or something? I don't know.
But honestly, like it did, like after that kind of happened, it did kind of scare me a little bit to fly a little, you know.
Yeah. Well, not planes. Commercial air, small planes are dangerous. Like even like you sometimes you'll hear about jets going down, but usually it's the small one prop planes, like you know what I mean? Like
No,
two or
I
three
get that.
people.
But when that was fresh, bro, it just man, I think that was one of the instances where the world kind of stopped. And I
Yeah.
think
Well, it didn't seem
that's like
real. I
that's when
thought it was
2020
fake.
just kind of got, when Kobe and Gigi passed, that to me was when 2020 really just started to, that was like the start of everything to me kind of slowing down, and people just like the world was stopping.
Yeah, the world literally came to an halt. But
And
I
it
don't know.
and
It
we're still,
feels
and now we are
it feels like it's starting to actually get better now.
yes, no,
But
and that's how I was literally saying, like, I'm proud to say, I think as a society, we are picking up those pieces.
yeah, yeah. There was a lot of mistakes made in the last year. But like I said, like there was so much like people realizing like what's going on, like actually like about like racism and that, like there was some massive steps made forward. This is a comedy show. I haven't even done anything that funny this whole episode. So
This has
I
been like, and that's, I appreciate, like, I appreciate how deep we can get as
I
friends.
know, yeah, yeah,
That's
facts.
important to me.
We had some good conversations this episode. But
We have.
we'll keep it going. We'll do a little bit more time. You done?
Dude, I'm chilling. Let's do it.
All right, word. So have you seen anything good on fucking Netflix or what, dude?
Oh, so
I've
back
been
to,
looking for new shows.
so Last Airbender, caught up with that. Now I'm on Korra, and that shit's, see,
Oh
people
yeah,
are,
that's the spinoff, right?
that, yeah, that's
Is that
like,
on Netflix? I don't
yeah,
think I've
no,
ever
it's
even
also on
seen it.
Netflix. It's fire, dude. And people,
Hmm.
there's people was like, oh, it's not as good. I'm like, bro, I think it's just as good.
They need to bring that show back.
Bro, that, remember when they did that really shitty Airbender movie?
Yeah, yeah.
You
They
know what
did.
I read? I read for Aang, believe it or not, when I was a
Did
kid.
you actually?
I read for that part.
That's sick.
Thank God I didn't fucking get the call back, because that shit was,
Why?
because the movie
You would
sucked.
have made some bread, dude. Who cares?
I guess,
If
yeah.
I ever get the opportunity to be in a movie, I don't care if it fucking does. If I'm getting paid, I'm getting paid, bro.
But bro, I appreciate that mindset. But
Yeah,
like,
what? It's
I would
a
I would
movie.
hope I would have a career after that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
like I've been watching that, bro. I watched Criminal Minds. That shit is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And like, bro, it's so crazy to see like how these shows can run for so long and people still like watch them. And it's
Yeah.
like all the original OG cast members are leaving and shit. And you're just like, I'm still like locked in. And you almost like take a step back. You're just like, oh my God, like I don't really give a shit about these characters anymore. Like, I got to season 12 of
Dude,
Criminal Minds.
sometimes I feel when I watch a show at the beginning, I'm like, I fucking love this. Like I'm like in this, and then eventually like you like know the characters, and then it gets like you said, it gets boring. Like when you're watching a show for like freaking that's like 15 seasons.
It's like this is so predictable. That's why I'm a big anime guy. Like a lot of people don't know that about me. I guess I'm a weeb, but I'm not. Like I like Death Note. I like Code Geass. I like Naruto. I like Dragon Ball Z.
I don't. I've only seen Naruto, but I've never really been in the anime.
Bro, like
Usually I think why because I was watching porn at a young age, and whenever those anime porns came up, they would always scare me, bro. They were pretty spooky.
oh my God. No, I mean like, and that's the thing, like, bro, I mean, like speaking up also about a lot of the social issues that are going on too with the Asian culture. It's like,
Oh,
dude, there's
don't
so,
even get me started with that.
no,
You
it
know how
it
stupid
pisses
that
it,
is?
it pisses me off, bro. And it's like, look, why can't we just be accepting of everybody's culture? There's so much to love, man.
Well,
And you
it's
know,
not even that. It's people that are freaking stupid as fuck. One, they're just idiots. Two, these people, my buddy has a joke. I don't want to give away his joke, but it's like perfect for right now. My buddy John Tyler, he's come on the program before. Literally, this joke is fucking hysterical for what's going on right now. And it's like true, it's awesome. But it's basically like the end of the joke is like I'm gonna do an Asian accent, but give me a second. I'm gonna like give me a minute. I gotta like get in the character. And then he comes back and he just talks like himself. And he's like, yeah, I was really working on this character. He actually grew up in Medford, Mass. Like it's just fun. Like I didn't do the whole joke, but like it's like, dude, most of these Asian people that you're going against grew up like fucking in the same like towns and shit that you did. Like
And,
they're not
and
they're
bro, it's
not
just
from China anymore. Like America, everyone's from America now. Unless you're like actually coming here with an accent, like I
oh,
don't
of
know.
course. And like I just don't get it, man. It really ticks me off. Not to get political or anything, but it makes me sad, you know. And I think you and I are aware, and I think like you and I, like it starts with us just being good to people. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, yeah. But
But
also, you
going
don't
back
have to
to
be
like,
good to everyone. It's not about the fucking color. It's not about what they are, who they are. It's about if they're a piece of shit or a good person.
that's how I look
You're
at
good
it.
to the good people. You're mean, or you're not mean, but like you don't care about the bad people. You don't keep the bad people around. They can be anyone. They can be white, black, Asian, freaking. I love how people go, I don't care if you're white, black, Asian, and then everyone always goes purple, purple, brown. Like, knock it off. But yeah,
We're
it's just
human beings. We're
yeah,
human beings, and that's
we're all the same. Yeah,
like
it's a
get it through your head, man. And it's like there's so much to once you get that out of your head, there's so much to appreciate from so many different cultures. As a
yeah.
human being, I don't know where I'd be without black culture, with R&B and soul and hip hop music.
Dude,
I don't know
same
where
here, bro.
yeah,
Same here, bro.
bro,
And
like you and I bond over
if
that
you
kind
grew up liking hip hop music, like I was never racist in my life. I was like, these guys are the fucking coolest people fucking in the world, dude. When I was like, because I grew up, I'll be honest with you, when I grew up in elementary school, there was only one black kid in our entire elementary school. And
wow, that's crazy.
yeah, bro, isn't that wild? That is like really like especially like because now like my city like my town like obviously I sent you my address. It's Dedham, so it's right outside of Boston. Now it's more like a mixing pot. Like there's all the like different types like now, but it's just like that's how I grew up. Like that's how Dedham was. My town was a very racist town. The head coach of the football team at my high school right now is in court, federal court. He's it's Flynn versus Dedham like school or whatever because he got fired from his job because there was a teacher wearing a Black Lives Matter shirt in class and his daughter was in that class and he ended up getting fired because he like called the meeting. Like I don't know what happened. I don't know the full story, but it's just this is a weird town and I've never been like that. I've never been like closed minded. Like a lot of people out here are like
No,
very
like growing up in Miami like that, dude, I was around so many different cultures, Cuban culture,
yeah,
hip hop culture, and all of that helped forge me into the person I was. Even at home, my Italian culture.
yeah.
Like it's just like that's me, dude. And it's just like I don't know. I don't know. I don't understand that way of thinking. And I just hope that you and I can continue to stop it because it sucks.
I don't know if there's much I can do. I'm Jewish and I make fun of my own race, so I don't know. Most
Sorry,
I,
I'm Italian. I make everybody's just like, yeah, I'm in the mafia. Like,
that's like the one bad stereotype though. Like, because if
and
it's
you know what's
that
funny
bad,
is like,
like imagine like a lot of people think like, have you ever watched The Sopranos? Have you ever gone into that show?
it's like one of my favorite shows, bro.
I'm surprised. I probably have known that,
It's like you
but
shouldn't be surprised, but like, oh,
yeah,
it's one of
the
my
Sop-
favorite shows.
that show is fucking amazing. I was
That's a
talking about
10.
this.
That's like one of those shows that's a 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, one of the best shows ever made. But that's not what I'm saying. Like when I watch those shows, like yeah, like we all think like they're cool as shit, like gangsters, but like they're not. Like real
Oh, they're
gangsters in
pieces of
real life
shit.
are just
They're pieces of shit.
complete losers. They're selling drugs to like kids and shit. Like
They're
that.
like
They're
killing their friends. It's whack, dude.
yeah, yeah. They are. They're real whack people in real life. But in the shows and the movies, it's pretty cool. When Robert De Niro's playing them,
Oh, I mean, yeah, it's the I call it the Hollywoodization of it. You know, like the Irishman to me was like
The Irishman, it was
Hollywood.
just a little bit too long. It should have been like 2.5 hours. It
The
shouldn't
way
have
you
been.
break up that movie is do like first hour, hour and a half, then you do like 2 hours the next day. That's how I broke it up. And the movie
Yeah.
is able to be broken up like that. So it's Yeah, just thinking about it, it's like the Hollywoodization of gangsters. It's like it's a lot of that, bro. So yeah, we're keeping it real here though.
Yeah, I'd be a gangster though if I got the opportunity. If I grew up
You could
in a
play a gangster in a movie, dude.
dude, I'm trying to. That's what I was doing. I had some auditions. I was supposed to be in the most low budget movie ever, just because I was like trying to get like my foot in the my shoe in the door. I was supposed to play a fucking stoner that gets picked up hitchhiking, and then I get murdered after like 5 minutes.
That's lit.
Yeah, it was for a
Hey,
horror.
bro, that sounds like a part in a movie. Hey, bro, remember that one stoner flick that you said you were writing? That shit still needs to
Oh,
happen,
dude,
man.
I still have I've written like 2 movies. No one's ever gonna read them because I don't want to because it's not good. But I'm eventually I'm writing a leisure hour radio movie. I do this shit just for fun because I'm bored and it's something to do. So I'm writing a leisure hour radio movie. It's called Leisure Hour Radio and the Quest for the Most Politically Correct Guest. And
Wait, that is kind of a bro, like that's hilarious.
yeah, and so it's a journey that I'm taking, and end up getting in like battles and like fights, and like it's all to go visit this one lady in like upstate New York that's like a Black, Asian, Mexican trans woman, and like once I get there, like she's just like robs me. I don't know. I don't have the movie written down yet, but I
Hey,
gotta come up with.
you sound like you got some ammo here. I'm digging it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it sounds like some Borat type shit, bro.
It kind of, yeah, kind of is. Like, I don't know. It's just there's nothing to do. And right now, with my comedy, I have all my old jokes that weren't being used for an entire year. And now I have like 20 minutes worth of all new jokes. So I don't even have to focus on that. Like I do touch up my shit here and there. Like I'm still writing new jokes, but like I'm trying to look for new shit to do because I'm at a point right now where I'm stuck. Like I gotta finish what I started. Like you gotta use them until you're done with them. You know what I mean?
Bro, like I said earlier, like if you take that step back for just a second, you'll see what you want and what you don't want. Like that'll be important. But think
Yeah.
about it, bro. You got so much ammo to work with, and that's
I
big.
know. I know. I'm pumped. Pumped. If you want to be in this, maybe I'll actually make this one into something. I might just make a trailer. I'm gonna write the movie down, make a trailer, and then maybe one day when I'm a little bit more successful, go back to it.
Oh, bro, like I want a cameo in this.
Yeah, yeah. It's just gonna be like a bunch of like action scenes, and then it's like I need to so like a motivational like speaker, like you get knocked down and like so I don't know,
It's
funny
not
shit.
about how hard you get it. It's about how hard you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
it.
It's like me
Getting
like
up. I'm
talking
rock.
to like Rocky Balboa. I don't know, but I'm definitely fried. I've been
It's
smoking
like
weed all
pay
day.
Stallone a bag to cameo.
What?
Pay Stallone a bag to cameo in this.
I
He
could.
probably ask you for like 3 mil
You
straight
think
up.
anyone's ever made a movie with just all cameo? If I
Bro, I mean, like, what's that one movie like that's I feel like it's been done before where
what
there's
movie? What movies are like your
bro like
favorite?
Pop
Like
Star
what
Never
do you?
Stop Stopping, The Lonely Island, that has hella cameos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's your favorite like your go-to movie to watch? Me, it's Good Will Hunting.
Huh. A good
Good
movie.
Will Hunting, or my favorite comedy
A movie
movie is
that I
Tropical.
damn, like that's a good question. For me, it's like a feel good movie. What is that what we're talking about?
Feel good movie or just like anything. Like my favorite comedy is
A
Tropical
feel good.
Thunder.
Okay, Tropic Thunder is amazing. For me, like the best feel good movies, As Good as It Gets. Jack
Yeah,
Nicholson, that
that's a
movie
good movie.
that hits me, and that just hits me, bro. There's something about that movie that's so amazing. Um, and then in terms of just like a movie that is just so The Godfather.
Yeah, the Godfather movies, Goodfellas. I love all that type of
In
shit. But
Godfather and Goodfellas, like those two movies, just like I don't know, there's something like so amazing about those two flicks. Also, like The Departed, if we're on Scorsese right now, like that movie's fantastic. Um, also, damn, I'm just trying to think. Another movie that just is up there for me is Shawshank Redemption.
Shawshank Redemption.
One of the most underrated movies of all time. Like whenever that
No,
shit's on
dude,
air,
that movie's not underrated. No, my bad, my bad. Because I was just
bro, like
yeah,
that
my
movie.
the camera stuff, so I kind of got off it. So I wasn't like, dude, Shawshank Redemption, didn't that win like a bunch of like awards? It won a ton
It
of
got
awards.
nominated for Hell Awards. Forrest Gump beat it out that year.
Oh, it was going up against Forrest Gump. That makes sense. So that was
Yeah,
a
no, but
great movie.
Shawshank to me is like, so it's crazy how much it's actually played on cable. And
Yeah.
like, I don't really watch cable, but like, if I'm scrolling through cable one night, Shawshank's on, bro. If I'm in the middle of work, like, bro, I drop what I'm doing. I'm like, oh shit, like we're 20 minutes into Shawshank. It's Shawshank time. I'm just watching Shawshank.
Yeah. They say it took a man 100 years to get out of here. What's his name?
Aaron to do frame.
Andy Dufresne did that in almost 20. Well, how many years was he in there? I
Okay.
don't even know.
I
I
was like,
can't remember that movie, but I
Aaron
just know
football fields. Aaron
the
to do.
best scene in that movie is when they're on the roof after they just were tarring the roof all day and they usually get a beer and they're
And
all
they're all just
sitting there.
drinking brewskis. Great time.
Yeah, that
Also,
was like the
like
best moment of the movie.
every time like Andy and Red they meet in Mexico in a tornado. That's my Red impression, bro. Like I cry.
Yeah, that
There's
is
there's
beautiful.
certain moments like there's certain moments in movies that'll make me do that. Like I'm not ashamed to say that. Like that.
Dude, I'll fucking for some reason I cry now if I see like any like dog video that's like a guy comes home from war and like his dog runs up to him. Like I've turned into a complete bitch, bro. I need to like
Bro,
start
and
hitting.
that's okay. Like those, it's uplifting moments like that. Bro,
Yeah.
I was watching freaking Legend of Korra, and like Uncle Iroh showed up in that show, and I started bawling because I love Uncle Iroh. Like, fuck you, bro.
Well, I don't know the anime. I should get into it because everyone
Let's go
loves that shit now.
Avatar right now, The Last Airbender, man.
Can you breathe? Oh, I actually because I'm trying to think as I do an interview, I write out a bunch of questions on my phone, and then I have it like in my head, and like this is what I was gonna say. So, are you gonna be doing weddings? Are weddings coming back this summer?
Uh, it
Like
look,
for your
yo,
performing,
it's looking like it, bro.
right?
'Cause
Because I
I think it's almost time to get the vaccine, and since everybody is getting vaccinated, it looks like they're going to start up in June again,
yeah
which is going to be awesome because I'm going to be here probably in Boston until August. So I'm gonna get some money while I'm here.
yeah definitely that'd be sick. That would be sick. I'm back on the road next week. It's looking like. So we're gonna have to meet up in Boston. I'll be able to drive out there.
Are you going to
We
be
get
able
some
to
food. Yeah.
finally?
Yeah, finally, bro.
Oh my god, that'll be the fucking time, bro.
I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to drive a car anymore though. I haven't driven a
That's not,
car.
have you even like got behind a wheel?
Kinda, yeah. I moved the car out of the driveway. Oh, and I
Driving's the type
flat.
of shit though that like it sticks with me. I don't have a car up here, so like when I go home and I drive, it's like second nature, bro. It's like once you learn how to do it, it's like you're on autopilot.
Well, also you live in an area you don't need a car. You live in fucking the best part of Boston, basically. You could just walk
I
anywhere,
guess
anywhere
like
you want, kind of.
yeah, no, like I don't need a car.
But yeah, definitely not. Who needs a car in Boston unless you're like actually commuting? But have you started taking the train yet? Or are you still scared to hop on the T?
I started taking the T actually a little bit,
Yeah.
learning my way around, bro. I'll never forget like a month ago, I took the T and I got lost completely. I was
Really?
I was in fucking like Medford, and I was just like,
Oh, so you must have gone on like the commuter rail then.
oh, completely. Like I was like an hour and a half late to this session because I hopped on the wrong train. I hopped back down to the orange line that took me back to Jamaica Plain where I was supposed to be. I was cracking the fuck up, bro. I was like, well, that's interesting. But dude, wait, so you have Brooklyn winning the championship, you said?
I think it's gonna be Lakers, Brooklyn.
I think LA is gonna repeat, if you want my honest opinion.
Yeah, I mean, LeBron, he should because this is gonna be like
If
his like
LeBron,
last. It's like his last like 4 year span of him being like the absolute goat. You know what I mean? So
I
he's got to
agree.
make do with what he has left for time.
It's like I hope AD comes back and like they're able to do it. Like I just think like I don't know, bro. Like I don't think Miami should go back to the finals. They need another piece.
Believe you. I don't think Miami's the team to. I don't even know if the Nets are though, because you never know. The Nets could fall apart. They got Kyrie Irving. That guy's a complete fruitcake. Like, what's he up to? He's burning sage in like the locker room. One day he's gonna like freaking like see a ghost and like not be able to play a game or something. Like,
No,
you
I
can't
like
try,
Kyrie.
bro. After the disrespect he did to Boston,
No, I totally understand. It's like I see like the way I look at that team is I see Durant, I see Kyrie, and I see James Harden. I don't know if these guys are leaders, if that makes sense.
well, Durant's the only one that's been there and done it. So
Durant is
he's the
Kyrie's
leader of
also
the
won a
team.
ring. So the only one that hasn't won a ring is Harden.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Kyrie has a ring too. Yeah, I
Kyrie
forgot
does.
with
People
LeBron.
forget
Yeah,
Kyrie has a ring, bro.
yeah. After he came to Boston, it's just been spite towards Kyrie. I can't fuck with the guy anymore.
Well, the way I look at it is, it's like when you're a homie. I guess people don't like. They look at people forget the ring because he's now trying to make it on his own. If that makes sense.
Well, he had that opportunity in Boston. This team, if they don't win the ring, if they don't win the championship, it's a complete disgrace. How many of those players have Kyrie's never been MVP, right?
It'll be interesting to see like if they choke in the finals. Like I don't think Kyrie and KD will choke in the finals. I think Harden will choke in the finals a little
Ha-
bit.
Harden's been a season MVP. KD's been a season MVP, right? Both of them have.
Yep. They have 2 MVPs and they have Kyrie who's like literally MVP candidacy.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense for that team not to win, but obviously that's probably what's gonna happen. I guarantee it.
Like I said, like I can see it happening.
LeBron's gonna win again. You're probably right. I'm probably gonna throw down some money.
Bro, you should draft.
Yeah, this podcast actually, this is a little late to mention this, but right now this podcast might actually have monetization. So anyone viewing this at home, I said that like an idiot. Monetization. So if you want to help the podcast, click the links below. It's going to be Instacart. You get 15% off, and it's something else. But if you like saving money, click the link. You're going to help the podcast. They're not a sponsor of the show.
I
It's
the
just
Instacart and waters all the time. So there you go.
yeah. You
The
like
big
saving
jugs
money.
of water, bro. This
Use
shit comes in
it's not a
handy.
promo code. They're not sponsoring me. It's just the podcast website I use. Buzzsprout is like how I host my podcasts on everything. They have like a deal with like Instacart and a bunch of other companies, so I can fill it out and they'll give me just a link, and every time someone gets that uses the link, I get some money and they get some money and you save money. Yeah, so
That's
it should be
okay.
dope.
Oh yeah.
I shouldn't have waited until I was absolutely frizzled. But oh, here I gotta let me see what I got for podcast topics. I think I got a couple funny things written down here. Uh have you are you a fan of Bam Margera and Jackass? Do you know what's going on?
Not really, no.
So Bam Margera was kicked off the set of Jackass 4. They're in production right now to make the fourth Jackass movie. It's probably going to be the final movie. I don't know if it's going to be good or
They're doing
bad.
another Jackass movie?
Yeah, you
Bro,
didn't
is
know that?
nothing sacred? They're just bringing everything back.
I think they need the money. I don't know, but they said it's gonna be the funniest Jackass yet. Like it's different types of like pranks. So Bam Margera, do you know about how he's been like a drug addict for like a
I,
while now, and
yeah.
like he's like booze and pills, like all different stuff. Like he's just a mess. And so they allowed him to come back on set for Jackass 4. The whole cast wanted him to be a part of the movie, and they allowed him to come back on set, but like with like rules, because like you know how it's like a drug free, like none of them, like they're not like how they used to be, like crazy drug users. Like Steve O like is sober, a lot of them are sober now, so they gave Bam rules that he would have to like abide by to stay on set, and he broke the rules, and now they kicked him off set. He can't be in Jackass 4, and now he's making his own Jackass movie. Bam Margera is, and it looks terrible. But I was going through his page the other day just because I was interested in like looking up the situation and like seeing it, and I found He has a video of him just saying the N-word on his account. It's
Bro,
kind of funny.
what the hell, man?
You want to hear this?
Not really, like, but yeah.
Yeah,
Why
it
not?
kind of spooked me out, man. Um, it's oh damn, I'm not built on it. Oh no. Fuck. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to find it, but that was an interesting story about Bam Margera, right?
That is messed up, man. Like,
It's messed up how he's.
it's sad because he's just kind of shooting himself in the foot at that point when he's
Well,
gone
I
that
think he's
far.
like a complete like addict. Like I think he's like gone. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, if you get to that point where it's like, bro, dude, it's like
yeah, it that's like freaky as hell.
that's messed up, man.
Mm-hmm. What else do I
I'm
got?
sure he's getting destroyed over that, and like he should. Like this messed up.
Yeah, that is messed up. Yeah, that's all I had for topics. You got any current events going on that you know about?
Any current events that I know about?
Yeah,
Damn, like
what's going on? Oh, we can talk about what do you think about Biden falling up those stairs? He's lucky he
oh,
didn't fall.
I didn't see. I haven't seen that yet. I
You haven't
don't,
seen that?
bro. I've
I
been like, so out of touch with the political landscape.
I don't give a fuck anymore. Yeah, like I don't. It's not a big deal to me. He's lucky he didn't fall down the stairs. That's all I have to say about it. Because if you
Oh
fall
my god.
downstairs, you can die falling downstairs, especially if
Yes.
you're an
Man.
old guy.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Yeah.
I've fallen downstairs, but dude, I know where he's
I'll
coming
never
from.
forget. The last time I fell down the stairs, bro. Like I couldn't feel like my right leg for 10 minutes. It
Yeah,
fucking sucked.
yeah, it's dangerous as hell, dude. There's like at my school at Wentworth, there's like one of our buildings that like is basically like the main building for most of my classes. So like the it has like marble steps to get up to it, but it's like wicked smooth. So every time it rains, there's just kids falling down the stairs all day. It's like the biggest tripping hazard in the world. It's
Oh, it
insane. And
sounds.
it's a school for engineers.
It kind of
Imagine
sounds
that.
like a bit though. Like it sounds like a funny meme at the same
Yeah.
time.
Well, it's more like what are those guys called? The the Three Stooges.
Oh, dude.
Do you know who those guys
Like
are?
I have this image in my mind of a bunch of like smart engineers just like tripping down the stairs and like getting
Yeah.
up and fixing
And
themselves.
then me coming out because I'm always like going through my bag. Like I fell down the stairs. I slipped down the stairs one time holding my laptop in my hand because I was like
No,
walking out of class and I was
bro,
like
you
going through
fumbled
my
the bag.
yeah, and I was like going through my bag. Fell, my computer screen breaks, but I was lucky because they just gave me a new one. They give
Oh,
you
that's great. I mean, oh, big L in the moment, but
yeah.
was a
Oh,
weird
everyone sees it.
guy.
It's right next to the hood. Like, do you know where the Wentworth campus is?
Bro, we low key went there.
Oh
Remember?
yeah, I we walked by it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, it's basically in one side of it's the hood, one side of it's northeastern, the other side of it is Wingstop.
Fact.
Wingstop. That's shout out Wingstop. I'm trying to get them as a sponsor.
Oh my god, that would be lit, man. If you got the lemon pepper.
The lemon pepper. Have you ever heard the rumor that Rick Ross invented lemon pepper wings?
Did Rick Ross invent lemon pepper? I don't know. I mean,
I
I
heard
know Wingstop lemon pepper wings are the truth. I do know that.
there. I'll look it up. Did Rick Ross? I used to have a producer, and she was my girlfriend, but we broke up the other day.
That I'm sorry.
Nah, thank God, bro. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm out.
Yeah, I like that. I like that mentality.
You can't have anybody holding you back. She was holding me back. Came from the hood. Um, nah, they're saying Rick Ross is a bunch of fucking horse shit. He didn't. He says he invented them. He didn't invent them.
I I'll ask him one day if I ever meet him.
Yeah, well, for some reason, a bunch of like random rappers have been like viewing my story again, because like sometimes like oh, you know how Instagram, like if you like use the right amount of like hashtags and stuff, it will like go out on the explore page and you'll get a bunch of views from like
Yeah. And it's so crazy how that works. Like literally, I've had a post on the explore page, and it was the most random post ever.
yeah. And it's not even like your best post. They'll just take like the
No, it's
most
just a random. It's just like
yeah.
I'm just like, really, like out of all posts, you chose that one to be on the freaking explore page.
I know. I know. And then yeah, that's fucking so weird. But Nick, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm falling asleep. We gotta catch up. I'm about to go throw on a Jocko Willick podcast and go hit the
Bro, are you
gym.
about to go throw on a Jocko Willick podcast?
I might, but we gotta catch up. We gotta chill soon. You
Bro,
got
this
anything?
is
Actually, you got anything to plug? I'm in no rush. Actually, we can keep going for a couple more minutes.
oh, bro, like that's all good. This girl texted me actually, but anything to plug? I'm like
Your Instagram. What's your
oh
Instagram?
yeah. So my y'all can follow me at Nick Aquilino 17 on Instagram. Y'all can follow me at Aquilino Nick on Twitter, and Facebook is just Nick Aquilino. TikTok, which is brand new, is Nick Aquilino 17 as well. So you can follow me there.
And you can follow me off a bridge. I'm gonna be jumping tomorrow night.
I would
Uh,
do that. I love you.
no,
So
I'm
wrong.
just kidding. Follow me at
Oh,
Mike Linehan, at Mike underscore Linehan, TikTok rough massage. That's my TikTok. Which doesn't flow too well anymore. Yeah. Did you hear about what's happening with Deshaun Watson?
oh yeah, bro.
Yeah, rough
Bro, it's like all
stuff.
these football players are just scumbags, apparently.
No, well, dude, what's up with people in massage parlors, bro? Why, especially if you're famous like that, like we're not even famous like an athlete like that. I don't think you have to go to a massage parlor to get your dick sucked.
It's like, bro, like you're an athlete. You should be able to you should
You
have
should
game.
get. Why doesn't he get on Tinder like the rest of us?
It's
Start
like, bro, like
swiping, start
it's
swiping.
because these motherfuckers think they have power and shit. It's fucked up, bro.
Yeah, it is fucked up. All right, we'll end it on a sad note. It was
I
good
mean,
talking to you.
you can edit that out.
Here, I'll just stop recording. We can keep talking for a couple of you.